You know this. Loyalty is a crowded space, and co-brands are competing for that space, right? They're competing for customers, and brands are under increasing pressure to acquire, to engage, to retain customers. And on the flip side, customers, what are they looking for? They're looking for those differentiated and tangible rewards for their loyalty. And this is where the power of data comes in, right? And I think that is the opportunity. Brands use data today for targeting, for CVP development, but there's more that can be done. There's so much more that can be done to apply these insights and create those relevant, what I like to call hyper personalized experiences throughout a co-brand's life cycle. And as a merchant partner and as an issuing partner come together to build and to grow a co-brand program, there's an opportunity for them to share that data, to build more robust profiles of existing customers and new customers, and then use that data to create more personalized benefits. And for me, that is really the opportunity.
We're seeing first that seamless experience, creating that embedded CX across channels so the experience is frictionless and easy. And it's really one program regardless of how you enter it. The second thing that we're seeing are making consumers' lives easier. Everyone wants their life to be a little bit easier, and personalized offers and content right when you open the app or right when you enter into the experience of the brand really make consumers find value. They feel that they're special and that they're being recognized. And finally, leveraging gamification to increase overall engagement, differentiate, and surprise and delight. So again, they may not be rewarded for spend, but they are getting engagement through the frequency they have with a brand.
In terms of the opportunities for the brands for 2024, I think that there are two levels I would like to highlight these opportunities. One is the most fundamental, at the most fundamental level, the brands have the opportunity to elevate their loyalty programs from a tactical marketing function to an enterprise-wide initiative. Loyalty really belongs to the C-suite, not just as a part of a relationship marketing function. Elevate the program from being a rewards engine to the true enabler of customer experiences, right? Loyalty programs are often regarded from technology terms as rewards engine. I personally believe loyalty programs are customer experience engines. And I think there is an opportunity for brands to elevate the status of their programs to that level. There is also an opportunity to elevate loyalty programs from being seen as a low-cost customer acquisition tool to really an ecosystem-powered, data-driven foundation for the enterprise. The brands have the opportunity to transform their programs into ecosystems through synergistic partnerships, craft value propositions that are truly tailored around their consumers' lifestyle, and develop self-sustaining economic models. We all have seen how ecosystem-based loyalty programs have proven to drive large customer acquisition, to drive customer engagement, and also actionable customer insights. They can also be formidable financial assets. We've seen during COVID times, several brands using loyalty programs as a collateral to, for, debt financing and for, helping with their financial situations. So I think the opportunities for loyalty industry in 2024 are enormous. In terms of transforming the program from being a small subsystem or a fringe initiative in the overall enterprise landscape to really taking it to, making it an enterprise imperative, which is where it truly belongs.
I think that's an opportunity for the industry in 2024 to be sort of a trusted partner, or for the brands who do it right to become a trusted partner.
I think in 2024, we would actually see brands focusing more on retention and engagement. This is an area that we're seeing an emergence of interest. There is evolution of communities, to foster that emotional connect with brands. There is also an opportunity for brands to expand the partner ecosystems so that they can drive member activity and program participation. Something that has been there in travel, hospitality, and in financial services. I see there is a great opportunity for brands, even in retail, auto, manufacturing, and others, to be able to really leverage the power of ecosystems to be able to drive that activity. And to be able to do this, I think the key thing is, that they should be data and AI ready, so that they are able to personalize, the value proposition for the programs for their members.
Okay, another really good question. That is, what trends do we expect in 2024? If 2023 was a year that we talked about ChatGPT and AI and predictive modeling and trying to understand behavior better, I think 2024 is going to be the realization of that. I don't think many companies have truly embedded AI the way that they're capable of. And it's, to me, it's all in a quest to have more relevancy, more personalization, and more tailored products and services that meet the high demands of consumers, that meet the high demands of partners, and meet the ever-growing demand and scrutiny, in some cases, of the industry, with respect to sustainability and choices that people make. So I think we're going to see an acceleration of technology and its application and relevancy for the common or somewhat frequent travelers.
So 2024 will be an interesting year for the travel industry, and in that context, I think also for the loyalty industry. The economic setting that we're in, where we all face uncertainties due to the wars that are happening in several regions of the world, the economic challenges with the interest rates still being on a high, where everybody is expecting an easing of that, but nobody knows on how far the rates will come down in the next quarters. We see an economic situation that I think puts a lot of questions into our minds. On the other hand, we saw that demand for travel was extremely strong in 2023. And whilst we may see a flattening in the curve in 2024, I think that segment will still continue. But with the aircraft orders at a high, more and more capacity coming in, the discipline that we had on capacity over the past years slowly but surely vanishing, I think we'll see pressure on yields, on load factors. And now turning the circle to loyalty, I think that is where actually the loyalty industry and the programs in particular will play a pivotal role. Again, as we saw in the pandemic, supporting the competitiveness of the host airlines or hospitality programs, and contribute and maintain the demands at satisfying levels. And this is where the industry can prove again the importance that it has in engaging with the customers and translating that into commercial success for the airline, the hospitality program, what have you.
At Amadeus, we've recently published the travel trends for 2024 research, and we're seeing some key travel trends that can be also relevant for the loyalty industry. One of those is music tourism. I'm sure you've seen the impact that Taylor Swift concerts had on the worldwide bookings. For example, over 400% growth in flight bookings in Australia. So we see that that's somewhere that loyalty programs could capitalize, and that also applies to events and sports tourism. An example could be exclusive packages with either discounts or specific features, or deployed earlier to loyalty members, the pre-sales, and that airlines could leverage partnerships to build those packages. They can also potentially build their own benefits for that specific trip or experience. And the thing that I would really think could be cool in the future is if you could easily book all the relevant component of your trip to follow your team around Europe for the Champions League, for example. That could be really an interesting space for the airlines and their partners to go into. Another thing we saw in our research at Amadeus was a growing desire for business light experiences, so that lifestyle optimization experience from all different groups, all different types of customers and different ages, and that could be paid with points or credits or savings, but we're really seeing that there's some desire for those experiences that loyalty could tap into. Now, all of these could drive higher customer engagement and really build that brand stickiness and repeat purchases, and that trust that customers have strongly with airlines and loyalty programs to really share more data and more about themselves to be able to target those special offers to them. We think that with the high prices that we're still seeing for commercial tickets, miles are going to be even more valuable, and those pent-up mile balances will be used to try and not spend cash on tickets necessarily, or at least to pay for part of it with cash. And along the same lines, we foresee that there could be some buy now, pay later options that would be also applicable to reward tickets. So driving basket size and driving that accelerated earning and spend, it already exists for commercial tickets. And we could see that having that goal of that inspirational travel could really drive spend, for example, on a credit card in the meantime. We are seeing that potentially rewarding customers with travel luxury experiences could continue to grow. So exclusive trips, events for top tier customers. We've seen the BA full reward planes, so that could be something that can continue. We see some airlines providing dinners with well-known chefs, providing luxury transfer and amenities for their top tiers. We could see that continuing. And we have an airline that we work with that does, for example, a special reward on your birthday for those really high tier customers with the luxury pajamas and blankets and things like that. So there's some really cool things out there. And one of my personal favorites was always the Global Hotel Alliance, there where you get local rewards through going to new chains or moving through the tier levels. So we see a lot of that more exclusive luxury experience. I see that the wider partnerships will continue going into that implement travel and add value to the customers, and that will continue to boost engagement, and especially when there's more thoughtful collaborations and bringing that program top of mind day to day in between those infrequent travel experiences. Subscription, we still think, is going to continue to grow to secure high spending corporate, but also becoming, again, top of mind for the leisure travelers. It is going to be easier for you to interact with that airline. You'll get that experience improved, and removing that decision related stress away will really make airlines first choice on those competitive routes. So now we have some of those capabilities around subscriptions, discounts and passes. There's award points that could be done for e-certificates, and we're seeing that this applies not just to members, and we're seeing that it could also apply to non-members. With Gen Z's purchasing power increasing, we see that gamification will continue to be a must. It can be around rewards and getting to these new customer segments. It could be around dynamic value of points and tiers and driving that purchase experience and driving that stickiness. And linked to this, we're seeing airlines starting to think more about a balanced proposition between frequent flyers and non-frequent flyers. Of course, the experience today and the proposition is better for frequent flyers, but bringing flexibility around rewards and benefits and moving towards more of an identified traveler approach could help here too. Like today, the experience that we have with Uber could be replicated in travel. For example, we've seen Etihad talk about this rebalancing of their program to engage more the less frequent travelers, the leisure travelers as well. So we're seeing that's kind of the direction that things are going in at the moment.